Hey everyone, welcome to week 1 recap of our 90-day fitness challenge.
I'm JR.
Patricia. And today's Monday. Just completed week 1. Yeah. Feeling good though. Little progress update. We decided we're going to do measurements and pictures every 2 weeks. Don't really think that we're going to notice enough in 1 week, maybe. Definitely not feeling it yet. And we know that the scale teeters more often than we would probably like. So next week we'll have measurements to see if there's anything that's changed. If not, we plan on doing some adjustments, right? Because we'll already be 2 weeks in out of the almost 13 weeks. What went well?
What went well? I thought week 1 was pretty good. It was pretty easy to stick to the calories and dietary restrictions. You know, you have that original or that initial gung-ho attitude, so it's good to go. I lost about 3 or 4 pounds. I was happy with that. I was happy with my accountability, working out, and sticking to the food regimen. It's not great, but you know, it's pretty good.
Did you feel like you were hungry all week?
Not really, no. I felt like I was pretty good.
Okay.
I thought there'd be a little bit more adjustment, but I think I was mentally ready for it enough to overcome that. So, and I tried to space out my eating as enough so I didn't have that, you know, when you get like really hungry, you get that growling in your stomach.
You get hangry?
Insides just want to eat you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was spaced out a little bit. I think that helped with that, to keep the growling down, helped me mentally.
Yeah, I know I would agree on that. I mean, I was really nervous to start tracking and really take accountability on how many calories I'm actually consuming. I thought I was going to be a lot hungrier. I wasn't starving by any means, but I do think it was being mentally prepared that we've got this and we're going to stick to it and not create slippery slopes.
Just like a New Year's resolution. The first week, no problem. No problem.
Well, we're starting week 2 feeling good so far. And my goals for week 1, the 5 days of cardio, the Monday through Friday, 5 days of cardio. And I'm not counting my just regular steps on the treadmill. I'm talking like intense cardio where my heart rate is up probably 120, 130 range and I'm working it. As well as 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, of my workouts that I'm following through Coach Sarah. That was one of the ones on the platform that I could choose from. And then Saturday and Sunday, we are calling our active rest recovery days, where we're not doing cardio necessarily or working out, but we're doing a bigger hike or walk. Yeah?
Yeah.
And how long are you hitting at the gym?
I'd say daily average, depends on what's going on, but 30 minutes to an hour on the weightlifting. And I'm not quite as strict as you on that. I'll take a Wednesday off. And then like this past week I took a Wednesday off, but I did Saturday. So I'm okay with subbing in a day depending on how I feel or what's going on. Because I still have a lot of things pulling at me, trying to prioritize, but every once in a while life does get in the way. So I'm trying to make up for that and stick with it.
Absolutely. All right, let's talk about wins and struggles for week 1. I feel like a win is we do all of our meat meal prepping. So Sunday, our son John manages the grill and we grill. We try to grill for a week's worth of meat between burgers, chicken, and then we put in the crock pot either a pork or brisket or something else. And that's kind of like the meat is already cooked. We continued that and felt that was huge, because then when you're ready to eat, it's taking it out, warming it up, or prepping it with your vegetables, and I think that made it
definitely
easy.
makes it easier to stick to your not only times but also your macros and your calories if you're someone that really gets a lot of food noise like me. So when it's all prepped and ready to go, it can come out and be warmed up or prepared really quickly. If it takes if I had a grill and it took like an hour to get to the food part when I'm already hungry, much more likely to be snacking, find a little something here or there. Oh, I just have a little bit of that to tide me over, a little bit of that. It won't really count that. I think it makes it a lot easier to have it ready to go.
I would agree on that. Another win for us, which could have been a struggle, was our brother from New England, Adam, came on Thursday, so halfway through week 1, and because he's also on a fitness plan, it made it really just easy to have him here without any of us derailing. Whereas I feel like typically when you get company, you cringe a little bit because they're going to want to go out to eat, or you might have...
You want to share dessert. Yeah. You have a get-together. You want to have some of those bad celebratory foods. Nobody wants to celebrate with celery, right?
Right. So that made it easy, as well as he joined us for our active recovery. He might not call it.
We did go out to eat once. We went to a Mexican place, one of our favorite ones. It was great. First time I've ever been able to have some self-control there and eat healthy. I didn't have one chip. Couldn't believe it.
And I only had a serving, which is like 10.
Big win.
When normally we eat 1 or 2 baskets between the two of us.
The chips are unlimited. You got to get your money's worth in the chips.
And we also, for the first time, I think ever, at our favorite Mexican restaurant, we shared a shredded beef enchilada, pulled out the tortilla, split the beef in half, and figured it was about 4 ounces worth of meat each. And then we got an extra plate of lettuce and tomatoes.
Yeah, we did. Those tortillas are so good and so fresh. Definitely shed a tear putting that thing to the side.
Yeah, but there's probably a lot of yummy lard in it, and we couldn't actively track, so we just decided
yummy.
We didn't. So we got to enjoy one restaurant so far while he's here, and we made good choices, so we're feeling good about that. A struggle. Oh, do you have other ones to share?
No, that's it for me.
A struggle. Oh my gosh, sore. I have been sore every single day, all day long. I go to bed sore, I wake up sore. So what it's led me to believe is that when I thought I was like working out, I was really just warming up. Because now that I'm following and doing all the exercises and all the reps in my plan, it's kicking my butt a little bit. And yeah, I'm just tired. Like tired, good sore tired. Not like drowsy or dragging, but I'm hoping that goes away or subsides a little bit into week 2.
Mm-hmm. Like breaking in a new pair of shoes. No real struggles for me on week 1. Nothing that was unexpected, and like I said before, mentally prepared with a big enough reserve of fortitude, mental energy to be able to get past those things. Didn't mind the soreness, didn't mind the calorie restriction. Week 1 in the books, okay. I call it little to no struggle.
Yeah, week 1 down, we're calling it 12 because the whole thing is about 12 and a half weeks, so we're counting it as 13 weeks. Looking ahead, I am going to continue. I don't think I mentioned it. My goal I set at the beginning of the week was 200,000 steps a week, because I mentioned I was going to do about at least 25,000 steps a day. I did reach that, and so I feel good. Having the Garmin, man, the Garmin watches and being in the competitions or challenges, if they will, even though you want to be on number 1, has definitely helped us, right? Because it tells us, all right, today we have to do a 10K or whatever. So I'm going to continue 200,000 steps into week 2. Mm-hmm. And then we'll kind of see where we're feeling to make like longer goals. And then I'll continue my 5 days a week doing what I'm doing. All right. We will see you guys for week 2 follow-up. We'll also be able to talk about our measurements and if we see any noticeable differences in our pictures. Leave us a comment on your own challenge and we will cheer you on, or if you're maybe just thinking about it.
Yeah, do it. High five. Let's go.